Hello, I'm Dr. Callipay, and I'd like to talk to you for a moment about some of the physiological benefits that we all receive when we do race walking and power walking. I'd also like to spend a moment talking about lifestyle change and the importance of maximizing your lifestyle. We can't expect to start race walking and then to cure all our ills and to be able to come out with an optimal physical and mental and emotional status. We can't expect to power walk and continue smoking or drinking caffeine or having too much sugar in the diet. These things just don't balance out. We have to make sure that our diet is as good as humanly possible. We don't want the red meat in the diet because not only will red meat increase our risk for cancer of the colon and cancer of the breast, but we receive hormones when we take in too much meat. We need to take sugar out of the diet as well because sugar interferes with normal cardiovascular function. There are numerous cardiovascular benefits from power walking and race walking. When we do this type of activity and we're using a lot of muscles in that one activity, that's getting a great deal of oxygen into our tissues, and we're pumping more of our blood around to every tissue of our body, delivering a lot of nutrients as well to those tissues. This is the best aerobic type of activity to do. When you compare that with something that only works the legs, like stair climbing, or using a bicycle, which will only work the legs, you don't get anywhere near as much benefit. You want to deliver the nutrients to the tissues as frequently as possible, and you want the muscles to receive what we call a good pump. When you trap a lot of blood into the muscle, that will hold more oxygen, and now you can get the benefit from that. Oxygen is used in many, many parts of the body. We also will burn up a lot of sugar with this type of exercise. If we have too much sugar in the diet, we may be over-secreting insulin to control that blood sugar, to bring it down to a normal level. And over-secretion of insulin combined with high sugar will start to cause plaque lining the blood vessel and all the arteries. That causes heart disease. If as well we keep producing the insulin over and over to control that excess sugar, after a while the pancreas cannot keep up with that and we become type 2 diabetics. So we have a syndrome that involves hypoglycemia, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. When we power or race walk, we burn up cholesterol and triglycerides, which further reduce our risk for vascular problems and heart attacks and atherosclerosis. Exercising this fashion also raises HDL, which is high-density lipoprotein, our very important lipoprotein, which helps to take the bad lipoprotein, the bad fat, and remove it from our circulation. The musculoskeletal benefits that we see from this type of activity include strengthening all our muscles, our tendons, and our ligaments. As we age, it's expected that we're supposed to become a little slower, a little bit older, a little bit weaker, and our coordination and our gait, our walking pattern changes. But this is something that shouldn't happen with age. There are a lot of individuals who power walk well into their 70s, their 80s, and into their 90s, and enjoy nice strength and stability of their arms and their legs. They don't have the problems of falling over. They don't have the problems of not being able to do the daily activities that they would like to do. So this is an extreme, of extreme importance when we talk about this. Some of the most important nutrients to utilize when we're doing an activity, whether it's power walking or any activity at all, are antioxidants. These are substances that will stop free radicals from damaging tissues. A free radical is an atom that only has one electron on its outer orbit, and it will steal an electron from healthy tissue to neutralize its charge. In doing so, it oxidizes or damages that tissue, whether it's the heart, the blood vessel, the lung. Every tissue of the body is subject to this damage. Antioxidants like vitamin A, C, E, and beta-carotene stop the oxidation, and they do not let the free radical damage the tissues. So we want to have a proper amount of those things in the diet. We also want to consider chromium, because chromium helps to modify sugar fluctuations, and we'll get stamina and energy from that. In summation, we have to take a comprehensive look at ourselves, look at our diet, look at our health and our exercise and our lives. We have to take all of the bad things out of our exposure, get rid of smoking, alcohol, sugar, minimize our cholesterol, maximize our diet by making sure that we're having all of the appropriate nutrients in the diet, vitamins A, C, E, beta-carotene, B-complex, chromium. There are blood tests that we can do, like the NutriScan, that will tell us what our nutrient levels are. And we need to tailor a diet specifically to each individual so that we get what we need. We also need to have the exercise, the power walking, in our lives on a daily basis. The more that we exercise, the more that we eat properly, the better our health will be, and we can achieve optimal health and wellness.